2018 Porsche 911 Review. The 911 maintains its position since the sports car in which all others are measured. Few cars match the 911's poise in a lot of areas. The 911 range are at once fast yet tremendously composed, rewarding and civilized. Likewise, there are not many cars which can be found in such an onslaught of variants. For 2018, you'll find 20 distinct 911s. Porsche's technique of methodically rolling out a fresh variant virtually any 6 months or possibly even longer, it seems, continues to be so successful that it has become adopted in varying degrees by many other automakers. The 911 shares its front-end architecture while using lesser 718 boxster Cayman models, which reduces cost. The bones from your firewall forward are largely shared. Aft with the firewall, the 911 is much like no other car. Its 2+2 seating arrangement and engine hung outside in the rear axle are unique inside the motoring world. While inside the past, the 911's rear engine layout may be at the root of some wayward handling characteristics, there isn't any denying the braking and acceleration benefits so it imparts. And the modern 911 has thoroughly exorcised its more notorious habits. In the process, the 911 has morphed into a greater portion of a GT car, something which is larger plus more comfortable for 2 long journeys than 911s of yore. Yet there isn't a denying it is really an accomplished driver's car with few equals. What's new? For 2018, the GT3 variant gets a significant refresh that has a revised, stronger engine, including a unique and optional 6-speed manual gearbox, revised suspension tuning and many aerodynamic tweaks. Other 911 models receive only minor changes in 2010. All 911 models now come using the first year's scheduled maintenance as standard. There's a greater cabin air conditioning filter and an updated color palette in and out. While the 911 is really a consistently brilliant car completely up to the range-topping Turbo S, the basic goodness with the base Carrera model can often be underappreciated. Where'd go that has a Carrera coupe with few options? Purists will need the outstanding manual gearbox. Nevertheless, the PDK dual-clutch automatic transmission is exceptional, too. The premium package with power sport seats is often a great value, and we'd add Sport Chrono along with a front axle lift system. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Porsche 911 can be purchased in a breathtaking variety of trim levels and the body styles. At its easiest level, there is the standard rear-wheel drive Carrera Coupe or open-top cabriolet. Each of those models can be acquired with all-wheel drive, that's designated since the Carrera 4 or Carrera 4 Cabriolet. There's also a Targa model using a retractable hardtop that's only available with all-wheel drive. All in the aforementioned models are also available in a higher performance S version. There's also a good higher performance Carrera GTS that can be acquired on the 3 body styles. The most powerful rear-wheel drive model could be the Trackwatchy GT3. Finally, you have the all-wheel drive 911 Turbo. It, too, is accessible as a coupe or convertible in a choice of standard tune or stronger S-tune. If that's insufficient, the Porsche exclusive program offers further customization. Carrera models are rear-wheel drive coupes and they are equipped with a 3.0-litre twin-turbo flat-6 engine, 370 horsepower, 331 lb-ft. A 7-speed manual gearbox is standard, the PDK dual-clutch automatic is optional. Don't be fooled by its space billing. The Carrera is but one hell of a satisfying car that can often be overlooked. Carrera 4 models and others, while using numeral 4 inside their names, add all-wheel drive and 1.7-inch wider rear fenders. All S models aside through the Turbo S employ a twin-turbo 3.0-litre flat-six engine with a lot more power, 420 horsepower, 368 lb-ft, larger brakes, a limit-slip differential and 20-inch wheels. Optional features on S models that happen to be unavailable around the base versions will include a sport suspension, active stabilizer bars and rear-wheel steering system. Cabriolet models are equipped in electrically operated folding soft top, while Targa variants provide an electrically stowable hard roof panel. GTS variants are essentially S models with a lot more standard equipment, an electric increase 450 horsepower, 405 lb-ft, the wider rear fenders are 4 models on all GTS variants, and unique interior and exterior trim. These models are deceptively desirable. Turbo models are mega powerful cars having an immense selection of talents. They use a 3.8-litre twin-turbo flat-six engine, 540 horsepower, 486 lb-ft and rear fenders that happen to be 2.8 inches wider compared to base 911s, and so are equipped exclusively, which is a PDK gearbox and all-wheel drive. Turbo S designs include more power, 580 horsepower, 516 lb-ft, centerlock wheels, active stabilizer bars, carbon ceramic brakes, 18-way adaptive sport seats with backrests in leather, a two-tone leather interior and adaptive LED headlights as standard equipment. GT3 models will be the most focused, coming from all 911s, and are also favored heavily through the track day contingent of owners. They are exclusively rear-wheel drive coupes that have a very non-turbocharged 4.0-litre flat-six engine, 500 horsepower, 339 lb-ft and also a choice of 7-speed PDK or possibly a unique 6-speed manual gearbox. A fixed rear wing and unique front and underbody treatments enhance its aerodynamic performance. Rear-wheel steering, active engine mounts, a mechanical limit-slip PDK-equipped GT3s offer an active differential, unique seats, navigation as well as a track analysis app as standard. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions which can be fundamentally similar. The S with this review derived from our full test in the 2017 Porsche 911 Carrera S Turbo 3.0 litres flat 6, 7-speed dual-clutch automatic, RWD. Note: since this test was conducted, the existing 911 has brought only minor revisions. Our findings remain broadly applicable to this coming year's 911. Driving. The competence with the Carrera S spans a large range. It expertly balances power and high-speed performance with in-town drivability and everyday use. The dual-clutch automatic gearbox is often a benchmark, as well as acceleration from any speed is seamless. You have to try to find turbo lag to seek out it. Acceleration. In track testing, the Carrera S was blisteringly fast, going from 0 to 60 in mere 3.4 seconds, reaching the quarter-mile marker in 11.4 seconds at 121 miles per hour. Throttle acceleration is impressively robust, too. Few drivers will complain about turbo lag, such is its responsive nature. Braking. Firm pedal with a lot of braking power if you are really moving. Even so, the brake's sensitivity might need some drivers to adapt their braking style. Our simulated panic. Take a look at the track from 60 miles per hour measured in eye-watering 96 feet. Only a number of cars about the road today can stop shorter. Steering. The steering is well weighted everywhere. Rear steer assists in parking and low-speed maneuvers, while high-speed directional changes are light and responsive. There's a bit of the disconnect from driver to front-end action, too, but nothing with modern power steering feels better. Handling. Mid-corner bumps don't faze the Carrera S, and also the speed that you can enter most makes you feel pretty heroic, however the car does the work. The Carrera S limits are exceedingly high. It averaged 1.01 grams on our skid pad. Also it exhibits virtually zero body roll. Drivability. The 7-speed PDK transmission works its magic in nearly all scenarios. It's excellent on long uphill grades whilst super intuitive on curvy back roads. Automatic and manual mode are equally enjoyable. It's about as drivable as you can find while getting these kinds of epic performance. Comfort. The standard bearer of comfort among sports cars. Great seats, an organization but forgiving ride and several creature comforts. Road noise with all the optional wheels and tires will be the sole black mark. Seat comfort. The optional 18-way sport seats, substantial side bolsters provide ample lateral support. Try not to get from the way of terrific long-distance comfort. A multitude of adjustments will suit even most finicky driver. Ride comfort. Firm, but won't beat you on a long trip. Optional adjustable dampers offer a good watch the firmness. Bumps and ruts are short-lived and well damped. Noise and vibration. It's a rather quiet ride inside the city, but at elevated freeway speeds, the optional sport exhaust is audible, plus there is a constant hum through the high-performance summer tires. We suspect the common wheels and tires are less aggressive with this regard. Climate control. Air conditioning blows super cold and acts fast. The cabin gets very comfortable in a short time, even on hot days. The optional cooled heated seats operate instantaneously and effectively. Small, complicated, hard to find climate controls hurt its score in this particular category. Interior. Loads of headroom and good forward visibility. Materials quality and driving position are perfect. Though the back seats are small, hardly any competitors even offer them. Limited rear visibility and also a backup camera. This is not great. Ease people. The controls are within reach. The drive mode knob for the steering wheel works especially well. Too many small buttons that will not all work just how you would expect. Getting in, jetting out. Despite the lower roof and somewhat high step over, it is no more difficult than any other fancy car to get into or from. Our tester, equipped while using optional PASM Sport suspension, sits nearly an inch under standard. Driving position. Solid fundamentals of control placement are abetted by way of a huge variety of adjustment inside the optional 18-way adjustable front seats and power tilt tankless coupé steering column. Fears nothing inside your plus your perfect driving position's way. Roominess. Front headroom and legroom are abundant, but wider passengers may suffer the pinch. The back seat is right for luggage. Even young children will be cramped. Our sunroofless test car easily fits slung off to so 6-foot-plus drivers. Visibility. The low, sloping hood and enormous windshield bring about excellent forward visibility. Relatively large rear roof pillar blocks your view with the Porsche's small blind spot. Small mirrors plus a small rear window. Excellent parking sensors. The backup camera is acceptable. Quality. After 2 weeks from the Carrera S, we had arrived only able to seek out one fault in construction, a clunky plastic knob for your drive mode selector for the steering wheel. Practically everything is flawless. Excellent materials, tight tolerances and everything you would expect to the price. Utility. The Carrera S is actually comparatively practical for a fancy car. Beyond the front trunk, a corner seat includes a fold-down luggage shelf that's quite useful. The cabin has smart small item storage solutions. Small item storage. Small item storage is fixed but somewhat smart. The cup holders stow unobtrusively from the dashboard, but you are still tiny. The very center console isn't very deep but easily swallows a big smartphone as well as a wallet, and also the door pockets are long but shallow. Cargo space. While its 9.1 cubic foot trunk seems less space-consuming than those of rivals, the 911 includes a folding rear seat that acts as being a large luggage shelf. Combine both and you've got an abundance of space for gear. Most rivals just have 2 seats. Child safety seat accommodation. Under a smaller Velcro attached batch around the rear seats are 2 readily available lower latch points. There's one top anchor on each rear seat. Big child seats just won't fit back there. Even medium-sized ones will employ a problem. Even so, several rivals are missing a back seat altogether. Technology. While a noticeable difference on previous systems, the actual Porsche tech interface isn't most user-friendly about the market. Device integration and voice controls stood a few hiccups during our test. Get past those quirks, though, plus the system can perform all with the basic tasks you'd expect. Audio and navigation. The 8-speaker strategy is relatively beefy. A 12-speaker Burmester product is optional. The nav screen is less than preferred, though its pink to zoom feature is fantastic and entering destinations is not difficult. Smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay is standard, which works relatively well when you get it connected but could take a few attempts. The native music method is easy to know, nonetheless it doesn't index music quickly and it also doesn't always obey commands. Voice control. Underwhelming voice control. It stood a difficult time giving an answer to basic commands, as well as menu structure carries a steep learning curve. If you've got Siri you can use which include instead, it's far more responsive.